For the next type of graph, what we're going to do is a line graph. So again, I have my data put in here. When you enter your data and you select it from left to right, Excel always assumes the first column that you selected was your X variable, right? So this would be my X, this would be my Y. I'm going to go back to Insert. And I know I said I wanted to make a line graph, but for Excel to actually make an appropriate line graph, you have to use an XY scatter. If you use a line graph, then it assumes both column A and B are your Y variables, and it gives an arbitrary X, and that's not what you want. So we're going to go to an XY scatter, and I am going to use an XY scatter with a line. So now you can see I have that line that goes through. I'm going to go ahead and delete my title off the top. And now I am going to add in my axis labels, right? So I can go over here and add my vertical, but I also need to add something in to my horizontal, right? Because there's not enough information there, they're just numbers, right? So this is days, and on my y-axis it's height. And it's not listed in the column, but you also have to have units, right? So this is going to be plant height, and I'm going to put the units in parentheses. Okay. So now my figure is ready. I can go ahead and copy and paste it. Okay. So again, if you need to make a line graph, make sure you use an XY scatter plot with a line, not a straight up line graph. You won't get the right results and it'll end up looking funny. In fact, let me show you what it would look like. So if I select those again and I insert not a bar graph, a line graph, if I do this, now what you can see is it took both my values and put them on the same axis, right? Considering them both as Y variables, even though they're not. Okay, so that's why you should use a scatter and not a line graph.